What's going on, YouTube? The Nintendo Direct just happened, so there's actually going to be two different videos from me today. One of me reacting to the Direct as it was happening live, which I'm very happy to announce that I did get one very important thing right. Um, Possibly two. I might be counting this as the cinematic trailer that I was hoping for Tears of the Kingdom, and that's what we're going to be doing in this video right now. We're going to be dissecting it, kind of taking bits and pieces away from it to see what we know, what else we know about this game. Um, this video, I'm probably not going to really edit that much. I'm probably just going to upload it as is. I'm here live with my Twitch chat. Feel free to come on over anytime that you please to kind of give me your thoughts. I'm going to be live. I'm going to be live a lot more here on Twitch up until release date of Tears of the Kingdom because man, this new trailer just absolutely blew my mind. And yeah, I would love to dissect it right here, right now, um, here with my Twitch chat and for all of you to see as well. Please give me your thoughts in the comments or come over to Twitch, let me know, or join my Discord, let me know. No matter what, like, because I think this is very important to dissect and to get as much understanding from it as possible. So without further ado, let's look at the trailer one more time and let's dissect it a little bit. This trailer just blew my mind. So right off the bat, what I'm noticing, well, let's a nice darker shot here. Death Mountain in the background there. I'm having a tough time seeing what angle we're showing here, but something that I did notice in another part of this trailer, which we'll see, you have this thing right here, and I'm wondering if these are popping up where the different shrines used to be. And I'll explain why I think that in just a second. But you have this spell thing that we saw in the very first trailer that was um, above Ganon, when the hand was on his chest and everything. Ganondorf. Oh, and you can see. Whoa, wait, rewind. We can actually see another one there in the distance. I almost missed that. You can slightly make out another one there. Looks like maybe even another one there. So these might really actually be where the different. Um, there goes my Twitch game. These might actually be where the different shrines were in Breath of the Wild. We see a new enemy variety right away. These big, I call them geese on steroids, even though they look nothing like geese. These things look absolutely insane. You got these big, huge towers, these bokoblin camps. They're built very, very high. So that is really, um, that is really insane. This thing right here, I have no idea what this is. I'm wondering if this is the maybe the Zonai's version of towers, because we have the Sheikah towers. Maybe these are the Zonai towers because they don't look like the Sheikah towers. They look like their own thing. And there's another one over here. We can see the same lights radiating from it. And this design on the ground, I can't really get a good look at it, but I think it's the same design on the ground that we saw from the aerial shot from the last trailer when Link's riding on top of that glider. They're right away giving us that dark tone, and I love it. Nintendo did say that this game is going to be darker than any other game that they made, even darker than Majora's Mask, which is insane. Here we have just a nice little aerial shot from one of the Sky Islands. And this to me is epic. Just dead trees all around, at least they look dead. These bokoblins are setting up one of their bokoblin camps. And to me, this is them making a stone talus, because we've seen in the trailers before how the stone talus rises and it has these camps built on top of it. He wouldn't be hammering on this if the stone talus was already complete, because as you know from Breath of the Wild, striking these specific stones on the talus is its extremely weak point. So this to me, I think, is them creating this stone talus so that they can ride around on it.
Rise, rise.
The voice of Ganondorf, I mean, it's really early on, but I think that the voice actor is perfect. He's got that deep, menacing voice, and I love it. Here we're shooting from Lake Hylia, I'm thinking. That's what this bridge is. Anyway, this is that bridge on that side. Death Mountain up there, Hyrule Castle. And this thing looks like a three-headed dragon. You can see the three separate parts there in the front moving on their own. So a three-headed fire dragon, it looks like, which is just insane.
Rise, rise, my servants. Sweep over Hyrule.
Here we have Hateno Village, an aerial shot from up here at the Hateno Lab. And this, where this spirally spell is, I believe is where the other Sheikah Shrine used to be, because I believe right there past it, this is where about Link's house used to be, or Link's house, the one that you can build in the side quest and whatnot. And then you have the rest of the village right here.
Rule. Eliminate this king.
Wait a minute, I just caught a glimpse of something there. Looks like something there in the distance that's shining kind of a blue, kind of that Sheikah blue. I don't know what that would be. And I'm trying to picture what's normally this way in Breath of the Wild. Can't really remember. Again, I'm just kind of doing this on the fly because I kind of want to get ahead of the group here, just so that no one says, oh, you stole that idea from so-and-so. I respect all the Zelda theorists out there, enjoy watching them a lot, but I always give credit if I see a theory from one of them that I like and want to add on. I always give them credit, so don't give me that crap of, you stole from so-and-so. No, I didn't.
Eliminate this kingdom.
This looks like Link is in the Temple of Time. I did not mean to exit out of full screen mode. I just wanted to quick pause and unpause. Here you can see one of the bigger islands in the sky, and I don't know if that's just a big piece of it that's hanging down or what. That's interesting. Big blood moon. Get a closer look at Link's new shield there.
Allies. Leave no survivors.
Ganondorf's just calling for the complete end of Hyrule, which is just absolutely insane, and also fitting if you think about it. He's really upset that he failed yet again after giving everything he had to this latest plan of his. It failed again. So he's done. He wants a complete outright end. Sending out like malice bombs, dude. And I have no idea what this thing is. Could this be Death Mountain itself crumbling and falling down? That's what it almost looks like, because this isn't malice within here. This is magma. Looks like magma from, I mean, what other place do you get magma from? Death Mountain. Magma lava. So could this be Death Mountain crumbling and being destroyed and falling down? They said it was going to be dark, man. Very well could be. Get more images of Hyrule Castle being raised up into the sky. And again, over here, we see that one image just lit up and on its own. Here we have, oh my gosh, a Great Plateau. Temple of Time still looks like it's in one piece, thankfully. But yeah, we have that image that is glowing right now, which is interesting. The shrine, the Sheikah shrine is just barely being cut out of this picture. It's back here, so I want to say one of those spell things might be coming out of here to continue my theory that they're coming out of every spot where there used to be a shrine, but it's hard to tell. They're barely cutting that shrine out of the picture right here, or where that shrine would be. Ooh, with every one of these bombs that shot out, you get a new bokoblin. This bokoblin here just appeared out of one of those bombs, as did the other one. So Ganon's sending forth his army, and this, oh my gosh, I did not catch it at first. I'm just catching it now. This looks like maybe the new version of a Redead. And it looks terrifying. That looks just absolutely terrifying and perfect, dude. Oh, man. No words. Wait, maybe. Didn't quite get a good look at it when it backed up. Yeah, I would say that's a Redead. This is really nice touch here. Link is riding on Epona, not just any horse, but Epona. So I'm wondering if, I'm wondering if they're no longer going to say you need an amiibo if you want Epona. I mean, I have no problem with it. I have every amiibo made. I'm very blessed. But not everyone around the world does have that. Not everyone around the world has gotten the amiibos or the amiibo cards. So maybe Nintendo's just like, you know what? You can have Epona no matter what, just like in previous games, Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess. Because you're gonna need her. We're riding past Hyrule Castle, which has already been lifted up in the sky. I have no idea what this is. This almost looks like it would be, this almost reminds me of the, like, warp, I'm calling it a warp point, that the dragons went through in Breath of the Wild, so maybe this is one of those warp points that you have to go through to get to the Sky Islands? I don't know, because I cannot tell what that is. It's none of the mountains that we are familiar with in Hyrule. At least none that I'm familiar with. And it looks like it's right above the Hebra region. These down here look like the Hebra Mountains. Interesting. I have no idea what this is all about down there, but this is interesting. I believe that Link is somewhere up in the sky, I think, or he's in a really high tower, because if you take a glance at this little bit of space that it gives you to see here, these little things here, to me, look like type of fans almost to keep you suspended up in the sky. And also below them, you can see down. It looks like quite a distance before, like, the ground. It's a Sheikah platform. A typical Sheikah platform that we're used to from, like, the towers or right before you walk into a shrine. And these things that shoot up out of the ground are like the guardian legs, except this one's like holding on to something or something. And there's the perfect amount to be one of those walking, stalking guardians. They had 6 legs, and there's 6 legs right there, so maybe. What the heck was that thing? That's like a big bokoblin boss, man. Kind of like what we saw in Age of Calamity. Very interesting. That looks like an old piece of a Sheikah shrine just shoved down into the earth, but I'm not going to say that that's what it is. It could very well just be stones that have been hurled down from the sky. What on earth was on top of that guy's head? No idea. So that's interesting. Link is gliding towards the... That's where the Thunder Shrine used to be. This area that was always covered in a thunderstorm until you gathered all the orbs to where they were supposed to go. I'm not liking my chances of my first theory because I know there's a shrine. There was a shrine down in here somewhere, but I'm not seeing one of those spell things. So I'm not liking my first theory anymore right now. Continuing to ride across Hyrule Field, and there's something there in the distance. I hate how it does that when I just want to pause again, man. I don't know if that's an enemy or if some of the animals have lived. But again, we see Death Mountain in the background, just spewing out the malice, and Hyrule Castle still raised up high. Okay. These flying things can... Oh, it's carrying a bokoblin. Okay. I thought it was carrying the hatchet-looking thing itself. That really worried me. That is cool. Fighting a couple moblins here. This thing looks intense, man. Like, what in the world have we gotten into? It's got that green-like energy, and we can tell we're up in the Sky Islands because of these trees. So, maybe a dungeon boss? Maybe each island serves as a dungeon? Hopefully not each island serves as like its own Sheikah shrine. Hopefully we're getting away from the really tiny dungeons like Sheikah shrines and returning to actual dungeons. I've always said that I believe that we are going to back to actual dungeons. There's my Twitch game again. Apologies. So I'm hoping that I'm still correct as far as that goes. But yeah, this looks like, to me, a dungeon boss. And looks like we're fighting him on top of the Sky Islands, because that's definitely where we are. Weird enemy, though. Like, my goodness, that... That's a Zonai enemy, for sure. Ganon is rising. Look at the open wound on his chest, where the hand was holding him. Definitely the open wound where he got stabbed in the my word, I'm just so overwhelmed by this trailer that I can't even think. The execution that went wrong in Twilight Princess, and also where Link ended up stabbing him at the end of Twilight Princess. That open wound. Right outside Hyrule Castle, and oh my. He's raising the ground beneath him. He has gained his full strength, and he's raising the ground beneath him.
But Link, I am not sure you'll be able to stop him.
So, even though Zelda and Link are separated again, looks like we're going to be hearing Zelda talk to us at certain points throughout the game again, which I'm fine by that. I never had an issue with that. I know other people were kind of annoyed by that. Me personally, I didn't have an issue with it. There. it's not quite lit up, but there is that design again on the ground. Very, very interesting. And that looks more like a Sheikah tower that we're used to, but it still looks different enough. I'm going to just say that these are probably Zonai towers of sorts. Maybe you have to climb up these in order to get to the sky. Maybe that's how you teleport or transport whatever to the sky islands. That's my thoughts on those so far. Yeah, dude, that's like a keys on drugs. That was almost like one of the electric keys, but just like super jacked. Like what the heck? That is very cool. This we're definitely down on Hyrule for this. This looks like those set of mountains over kind of by the Hebra and Gerudo area. And the fact that you can ride these rails on your shield is epic. This freaking bokoblin has horns, and his eyes are glowing red. So the enemies are definitely much more consumed with malice, which means they're going to be harder to beat. But that's okay. That is epic. No idea what this thing is over here. That's kind of like Magnesis. Looks like he kind of has this new arm, kind of gives him the same abilities that he had with the Sheikah Slate, but a little bit more. How much is the Nintendo membership? Can't remember. Give me 1 second and I'll look up how much I pay a year for it. He just shot a fireball out of whatever this weapon is, and it's another Zonai weapon. Look at that. It's got the design of the dragon head on it, and it shot a fireball out of it. That is cool. These Zonai weapons that we're going to be having look absolutely amazing. Oh, whoa. It wasn't even a fireball. It just exploded on contact. That's the word I was looking for. It uses that bluish green energy. This is more of a light blue energy, but I'm still going to assume that it's meant to be that same energy. It uses that to just hurl this thing towards this talus. Amazing. We have Zelda reaching out to what appears to me as a limp hand. Well, no, it looks like he's pretty lively, but she is glowing. So I wonder if this is going to be... And now she is in kind of this Zonai outfit type stuff. I wonder if we're going to see the end of this Zelda. I wonder if she is going to kind of take on the form of our new Hylia. Very well could be. Hylia took on the form of Princess Zelda back in Skyward Sword. So could this be Princess Zelda finally circling back, taking on the form of Goddess Hylia? I cannot think of any other reason that she'd be glowing this like exquisite white and be in this new outfit. Maybe this is the outfit that she wears as the goddess. I think there's a reason we're not being shown her face right here. I think maybe her facial features are going to be changed a little bit when she becomes the goddess. But she reaches out to Link, probably to say goodbye to him. That's Link just be like, yeah, this is my new arm. Or she just departed him, and now he's sad because those eyes look like the eyes of a sad man, not a confused man like, what the heck's up with my arm now? Looks like the eyes of a sad man like, she's gone. This looks like, again, kind of like Magnesis, but better. We have the energy of the Zonai, the colored energy of the Zonai right here, and it even makes this light up the colors, that same colors. So, dude, so cool. I screamed. If you look back on my video that's going to be dropping as well of my reaction to the Nintendo Direct, I screamed at this part because this is just epic, man. Again, Zonai, the Zonai dragons, don't look past that. And the wheels, he's driving his own little car here. People freaked out that he had a motorcycle, so Nintendo's like, you know what, we're going to step it up, we're going to give him a freaking car. But the Zonai dragon heads on the front, epic, man. I'm glad that they're delving more into the Zonai, because that was one of the biggest mysteries of Breath of the Wild that a lot of people always wanted answered. What happened to the Zonai? What were they like? Were they a lot like the Sheikah? And this to me is kind of showing that maybe they were more powerful than the Sheikah. The spy balloon. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Don't demonetize me, YouTube. Rising up in a hot air balloon of sorts. That's interesting. And this, man, I'm wondering if the glider that you ride on, if you're upgrading it as the game goes on, because in the last trailer that we saw, it looked kind of like the regular glider, but he's riding on top of it, and I think maybe it had the front two motors, but they were much smaller. So I'm wondering if that glider is something that you add on to and make better as the game goes on. And maybe that's not just a thing with that glider, maybe it's a thing with weapons all around. Here in the distance, we see that tower still, or one of those towers. Yeah, there's two of them. Here's one here, one here. Hyrule looks very green and happy right now. I can't tell where Hyrule Castle is. We're not facing Death Mountain. I think these might be the Hebra Mountains that we're facing. So maybe Hyrule Castle and Death Mountain and that is behind us. You can see all the Sky Islands up in the sky. No idea what these things are over there. Oh, Malice. Malice coming out just out of the plain ground. Interesting. Ooh! Look at that. That got past me. That got past me the first couple times I watched this. Piece of a sky island falling down. Very, very interesting. Love this music. And oh my word. Will we see Link die? This to me looks like actually like the very start. This to me looks like the very start of the game. His arm, you can tell, has been damaged already. He looks just exhausted. He's still wearing the hero's tunic rather than the sky outfit that he gets later on. Yeah, his arm is not looking good. So this must be right after they find Ganon. I'm guessing that this is at the start of the game where they travel underneath in the mines of Hyrule and they find Ganondorf and they've been ambushed by his malice and his attack because his arm is all messed up. He hasn't got the mechanical arm yet. His hero tunic has been torn looks like he's just been wrecked by Ganondorf and his malice. No sign of the Master Sword, so maybe this is right after the Master Sword got broke.
Please, lend him your power.
Reaching out for her, trying to catch her as she's falling into this abyss. And this might be the part of that one trailer we saw in the one trailer how a mechanical arm or that one hand grabs onto Zelda to save her. Or maybe it's to Link. It might be to Link at this point, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, because I think Zelda just falls. I think she falls and she's gone the entire game. Much like she was gone the entire game of Breath of the Wild. Since she's talking to us telepathically, I think she might be gone the entire game. Apologies to those who were hoping that she was going to be playable in this game. It's not looking like it. And then we get the date. And I don't think anything happens after the date. Nope. So there you have it. I'm sorry I probably dove way into too many small details, but I wanted to catch every small detail that I possibly could. I know that with Nintendo, it's the small details that matter. But thank you guys for joining me on this little dissection of this latest trailer that we got. I look forward in the future actually editing some of my videos and piecing together my theories and my thoughts. So please stay tuned for those. If you like this video, please feel free to give it a like and hit that subscribe button. And also tell me in the comments your thoughts on this latest trailer to Tears of the Kingdom. So excited for it. Excited that there's a collector's edition that we'll be able to get of this game. That Nintendo announced at the end of today's Direct as well. That was really cool to find out. So definitely looking forward to that as well. But for now, to those who are watching this on YouTube anyway, that is all I've got for you. That is all I could see. Just right off watching this only the third time. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what your theories are. And I'd be glad to hear them and communicate with you guys and just see where our similarities are in our theories and where we differ. But yeah, with that, hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day and hope to catch you later. Thank you very much.